Season 98.3 FM with myself, Jonathan Sultan, and with me, as always, I have the Pakistani PlayStation powerhouse, Amar Suhail, and also Graham, I own an Xbox Richmond.
Greetings.
Alright, so today, first off, we're going to start with a review of what I think is an amazing game. It's
You've
called
been playing this,
Journey.
haven't you?
Yeah, I was lucky enough because I'm PlayStation Plus subscriber. So I got it last week. It's going up on the PlayStation Store today. It should be up now. This is Journey by That Game Company, who made Flow and Flower. And it's pretty good.
I've heard it's emotional.
The word experience is thrown around a lot in the industry. It's like their favorite word at the minute.
Yeah.
And but this seriously is worthy of the word.
Yeah.
I have just a list of some things that are good, but this is a very hard game to review because
You need to see it.
but if you see it, then it's going to ruin some of the stuff. So like,
Yeah.
I'd recommend that people
Play it.
look at it to see what it is, but at the same time, it's kind of takes away from it. But the first thing you'll notice if you do play it is the visuals are just astounding. Dat sand. Dat sand. It's so good. Uncharted 3 kind of didn't make a big deal about the sand, but they were like, yeah, we're going to the desert and there's going to be cool sand. And it was unreal.
It was very nice.
But then you
sand.
see Journey and you're like, Uncharted 3, get that mess out of here. It's really good, and the lighting is brilliant. It's clever in the way that they did it because it's such, well, at the start anyway, it's such a minimalist environment. Like, there's hardly anything there. So whenever you see anything,
It's a big deal.
you're like, oh my god, there's a thing,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
another
yeah.
thing, there's a thing.
There's
And
stuff there.
yeah, and the conveyance, which for the uninitiated, conveyance means it's the way the game shows you what you have to do and where to go. And this doesn't have an arrow or anything. It doesn't have a compass. It's you get to the top of a dune or whatever, and then you see something, and I'm going to go that way. And it's perfectly designed. Like, I never didn't know where to go.
'Cause I hate games where on one end of the spectrum you're there going, what the hell do I do next? And you get stuck in the game just because you have no idea where you're supposed to go. But then
Yeah.
other games are like,
They hold
here's a
your
big
hand.
giant arrow.
Yeah.
You have to go this way. Press the X button. And,
They hold your hand a bit too
make you
much.
feel like a child.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
good
is-
conveyance without direction. It's
Very
very
diff-
hard to do.
It's
It's
very
really
difficult
good.
to come by.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of games do it.
No, this has got conveyance out the wazoo.
Conveyance.
Um,
That's good conveyance.
It's actually the one thing that's very interesting, and I think it added to my experience a lot. But because I've only played through the game once, I can't say either way, But the way the multiplayer works is
You
great.
never know who you're playing with.
Yeah, well, until the end of the game.
Well, like, would you explain to
Really?
us, like, for those of us who don't know who...
What happens is,
Journey
okay, there's only three controls that you move. You don't jump, you fly with X. This is only on PlayStation, by the way. Sorry,
Okay.
forgot to say that. That's kind of important. Only on PlayStation. But you move with the left analog stick. You fly with X, and then you can. I use the word chirp because I think it's like chirping with circle, and that everyone has a symbol. So when you chirp, your symbol appears over your head, and there's kind of like a sound wave radiating out from you. So then if you meet someone, that's the only way to communicate with them, by chirping. So it's like, if you want to show them where something is, you have to go over there and then like start mashing the circle buttons, like, look over here.
Yeah.
There's no voice chat, doesn't display names, there's no text chat. It's just that. And
But everyone's symbol is different, so
so
you will recognize that same person if you ever meet again.
Yeah.
Did that happen to you?
no, the first person I met pulled a Johnny and didn't want to interact with anyone. Usually that's what I do. Like, stop ruining my game. But this time, because there's not anything in this game, you see someone, you're like, there's another person, I have to go
Yeah.
An inanimate
interact.
object.
And he wanted nothing to do with me. And then
For
later
obvious
on,
reasons.
I was sitting on the top of a dune, and then this guy came over next to me, and I'm like, a person. And then we did a little bit of adventuring together, but then I got to a part in the game where there was a bit of a sandstorm, and I lost him. And I was actually so sad, because I was like, but my guy, where's my guy?
We lost each other.
Yeah, it was...
That actually is sad.
That is sad.
Usually, usually in games, it's like, oh, fine, he's gone, whatever, I can get on with my game. But this time, it's like, oh, no, I'm on my own again. And
You have such little.
yeah, you have so
communication with
little
it, it
to
becomes
be.
precious.
Yeah, you have so little to be attached to
Yeah.
that whenever anything comes along, you grab onto it, which
Yeah.
is just really cool. And then the second person I found, I have no idea what happened to him. He was there 1 second, and then the next second he wasn't anywhere.
He very
But
surprised
we
you.
did a bit of adventuring.
Aliens.
And then the third guy I met, well, apparently at the end it tells you how many people you meet and their IDs. Apparently I met 8 people. I only remember meeting 4, so I must have just walked past other people without
Yeah.
knowing. But the last guy, we did a lot of the game together, and then at one chapter, so to speak, before the end, he disappeared somewhere, and I was really
Sad.
depressed. Yeah,
He was emotionally distressed.
yeah, but I think doing it with another player really adds to the experience, but because I didn't do most of the game on my own,
Now-
I don't really know.
I've heard this game described as less of a game and more of like a interactive art experience. Would you describe it like that?
I suppose, yeah. I mean, it's more of a game than Flower. I
Yeah.
actually think it's more art than.
Then Flower. as
There
well.
was one bit in particular. Oh yeah, another thing that actually adds to the experience a lot is when you're on a slope, you slide.
Mm.
You don't have to press a button; you just automatically slide, and it's really fun. But there was one bit where there's like a massive you're kind of like skiing down a slope for a bit,
Mm.
and then you kind of go around a corner, and I was blown away by how beautiful this bit looked
That's beautiful. That word has been used in every single website article about
because
this
it's
game.
the best.
The
It
music
is.
and the visuals are apparently just beautiful.
Oh,
That's
the
same
music!
word.
The music complements the gameplay perfectly.
No, but like
It's not intrusive, but then it's always at the right tone, at the right tempo,
Yeah,
at the right
yeah.
volume. It's just amazing.
But I've heard a lot of people say it's like this is not a game for everyone. You know, like you'll only get this game for a certain type of gamer. And what do you think that type is?
Well, like if you wanted to just run around and shoot people in the face, you're not
Call
going to
of
play
Duty.
this.
Go off and play that game and never talk to me again.
Or any of us? Actually, stop listening to the show right now.
All right, whatever. Nothing I can do now. I can't take that back.
Thanks, Amar.
But like, it's a really relaxing game, but at the same time, sometimes you're kind of on the edge of your seat and you're like, ugh, and it's
Even though nothing's really happening.
well, towards the end, it does kind of pick up a bit. I don't want to spoil anything,
Mm.
but yeah, like it is for the people who say downloadable games aren't good, and for people who say games can't be art, I'm going to throw this game in your face
Yeah,
and then kick you in the teeth.
Yeah.
It's- I don't know why people think that a game's downloadable, it must be bad. No, it's just small.
Yeah.
You can still be. Pokemon was a small game.
Or
Pokemon,
even-
Pokemon Gold is like 700 kilobytes.
Yeah, it's tiny.
That's a very
One of the
small
best
game.
games ever made.
Yeah,
I don't get.
but yeah,
art.
this game
I
is
mean, that's what video game is. It's art.
yeah.
It's like it's like a book has no sort of visual element to it, but it requires you to progress the story within it because you have to actually read.
Yeah.
A film doesn't require you to progress it, but you can it's more visual. It
Yeah.
leaves less to the imagination. Whereas video gaming is both those things. It's the ultimate interactive art
And this
form.
game actually has great progression as well, by the way. Like you feel
You feel like you're moving on.
because you wake up and you get to the top of a dune, and then the camera does take control away from you for a second, and it shows you this mountain, and just like, I'm going to get to this mountain.
Yeah.
And then every time
Isn't that in the background for the whole game?
you can see it, well, not all the time,
Ah.
but like most
Is
of the time you can see it's
Like
like
the Cyclops and Hercules.
it's like I'm going to get to this mountain no matter what, and that's your objective, and it's really clear. But one thing I will say, I don't think it's a bad. Well, I mean, it's not great. It's not a good thing either, but it's not bad. It took me about 2.5 hours, 3 hours to beat the game.
Very short game, so.
But I'm.
Well,
it's
it's a
my
lovely
it's
game.
my favorite PSN game.
Whoa, you have a load of PSN games.
I have a
lot of
load
good
of
ones.
Yeah, my previous one was Battlefield 1943 because it's still populated for some reason. It's always as good
Yeah.
first-person shooter fun. But this
Wait, 42.
43,
Oh, sorry.
42 was the one on PC.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oops.
But yeah, this is my new favorite game, and it's so good. So if you're intrigued, look at a little video.
Well, I will be playing this game. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not going to look at anything online because I already know I'm going to play it.
but yeah, it's really hard to tell people why they should play it.
Because if they see anything online, it's almost a spoiler.
Yeah,
Mm.
but
How much
Do-
does it cost you?
it's
PS?
13 euro.
It's €13.
Is it worth €13?
Oh yeah, definitely.
€13 for a game. That's fantastic. I mean,
Nice.
But yeah, I'd say check it out if you're interested. And now, sigh. Amara's going to talk about Mass Effect 3.
oh, go on.
Well, I got Mass Effect 3 on Friday, and I have not stopped playing it since.
Hmm.
And I have not beaten the game yet. I'll get to why in a minute, but so far I love this game to bits. I think it massively improves on Mass Effect 2. A lot of new mechanics and stuff. We're going to talk about it real quick. Main new mechanic that they've involved in that they're showing the combat, I'm going to talk about that first, is that now you can roll in combat, and a lot of the stuff that you see is like it's a lot more faster. The combat is a lot faster paced.
Yeah.
So you're not, hanging around for ages. Just like I found in Mass Effect 2, I would sort of hunker down behind one piece of cover and just hang behind that piece of cover for the whole.
It's just grinding. Well,
Yeah.
it's just
It's just sort of
spending time.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
behind one piece of cover, but now you're sort of moving around. Characters interact with you. The AI is still quite stupid sometimes.
The AI is stupid.
Sometimes,
I hate stupid AI in games.
but like to be fair, the enemy AI isn't too bad. It's your partners.
The co-op
that-
AI.
Yeah, it's a co-op that's quite silly.
Sort of like in Resident Evil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll take cover when there is no cover. And you're like, there's nothing to take cover behind.
Yeah, yeah, there's-
Why are you crouching? And when there's other stuff, but like there's a lot of other significant improvements to gameplay as well. Lot more different, a lot of different enemies this time around. So you can do a lot of different. You have to, experiment with different powers.
So it's not just the same enemy with a different color T-shirt this time.
No, it's not. Like you get like. You have to experiment with a lot of your powers and stuff, see what's the best way to take down a lot of these enemies. And some of them are just, insane. Like
How far into the story are you?
I am quite far.
Without spoiling anything.
I am quite far into the story.
You near the end?
I'm probably about a couple of hours gameplay away from.
Would you have been finished if it wasn't for the 6 hours of gameplay you lost?
I was getting to that. Okay, this game right on PS3 is insanely buggy, and I got it on PS3, and it is insane. Like I played this game for 6 hours on Saturday and Sunday combined. Friday and Saturday combined, and then on Saturday I hit a bug right where the game froze on me, and I had to restart my game, and I lost 6 hours of gameplay.
Why would you not save for 6 hours?
Yeah.
No, it was saved, but because it got stuck during a saving.
Wait, so you just start the whole game again just because of this glitch?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, listen, it got stuck during the saving bit.
Oh, save file corrupted.
Yeah, it was save file got corrupted because I had to turn off the PlayStation because it was like that for like a good 10 minutes.
Whenever I play Pokemon, I'm so afraid of that happening.
I know.
But this happened, and this isn't the only
Always
time.
save twice.
But sorry, it was also a lot of the problems because my game froze on me more than once. It froze quite a lot. On Friday, the day I got it, I had to restart the game twice because it froze.
Hang on, how are you still mad about this game if it's already glitched and bugged on you?
Sounds like
several
Mr.
times?
Bethesda made this game.
I think Mr. Bethesda has been spending too much time with BioWare.
And
Mr. Bethesda, but stop, messing
Interfering.
with. Yeah, just go in a corner, stand there by yourself.
Well, EA are going the same way with making games lazily now.
They are, but
EA made SSX, which I forgot to say continues to be awesome after another week of gameplay. Just throwing it out there, SSX still unreal.
but this game feels rushed. It does feel very rushed. But since that big incident, I haven't had a lot of issues. The one big problem you have is that there's a lot of slowdown of frame rate. It happens like during.
How would you like this game?
No, listen.
I'm not saying Mass Effect 1 and 2 weren't great, but this just sounds bad.
No, just listen. Like sometimes.
6 hours gone.
Yeah, I know.
Frame rate issues.
Frame rate issues. It drops down to 20 frames a second, or 20 frames a second for like 2, maybe 3 seconds during really hectic firefights or during.